What up, everybody? Grom Trooper here, and we are out on a motorcycle today. It's roughly 40 degrees Fahrenheit in Albuquerque right now, and so I've got my cold weather undergarments on, except for my pants liners, which I forgot I washed yesterday, and forgot to hang them up to dry in the house, so they're still very wet. So my legs are going to be a little chilly on this ride, but the rest of me will be comfortable, and probably not going to be out here too long because I think we've only got about an hour of daylight left. But in the keen-eyed of you might have observed that we are on a different motorcycle than normal. So we roll the intro and then we'll talk about that. So we are out here on the new to me, sort of, 2014 Honda CTX 700N. This is the naked version of the CTX 700, no fairing on the front, and this is the model that has a gear shifter and a clutch. It is not the DCT model, as many of you know how I feel about DCT, and it's, you know, yeah, I don't like it. But this is a motorcycle that we purchased a few years ago for my father, and he had decided he wanted to get back into riding. So we got this, put some bags on it for him, put some floorboards on it, and heck, I might have even done a couple of videos about it. I know I did one riding it, but I don't know if I did one about the mods we did to it. Put a heftier rear shock on it, because the one that comes on it is anemic, to say the least. Well, anyways, my father decided that he's to the point where he's not comfortable riding a two-wheeled vehicle anymore, which I can totally understand and respect, and obviously my family's safety comes first. So he decided he wanted to sell this, and I had thought about buying it when he initially made the decision, but I wasn't riding a ton at the end of riding season last year, and I didn't put a ton of thought into it. But as I was going through cleaning up and unpacking the shop into my one-car garage that I have everything in now, I realized I had way too much motorcycle stuff, and it got me thinking. So I thought about how many bikes I had, how many bikes I had to maintain, when I was paying for insurance on all of them, etc., etc. And I came to the conclusion that I had a bunch of bikes that did a bunch of specialty stuff pretty well, but I didn't have a really good all-around riding and just, you know, utility bike, for lack of a better term. So I decided to downsize my collection and buy this from my dad. So what I ended up doing is I sold my Harley Chopper, my Grom, and my VTX 1300, and I bought this, and obviously, you know, selling those three bikes equates to more than the cost of this motorcycle did. My dad gave it to me at a very good price, considering it's got 2,304 miles on it now. It had sub 2,900 when I bought it. So I did end up having to put a little bit of work into it and a little bit of money after I bought it, because I was looking at it, I was like, wow, these tires, they look pretty good, but I'm going to double check the expiration on them just to be safe. Great, bunch of grass, my favorite. And it turns out that this had the original Dunlop tires on it that were manufactured in 2013 to be put on this bike for sale in 2014. And yeah, they're just a little past their expiration date, so I got some new shoes put on the motorcycle, which was a bit of a cost. However, did some dealings with a new motorcycle shop and dealership in town here, and I'll talk more about them in a later video, but did some dealings with them, and very, very pleased with the interaction I had with those folks. So I'll be, again, sharing more about that later. But yeah, it's a really nice bike. I got a good deal on it, and it's practically brand new. And like I said, we put floorboards on it, we put a new suspension on it, we put that delicious sounding shorty exhaust. And I feel like there was other things too, but I can't remember off the top of my head. So, well, we'll go through them eventually. I'll do a mods video on this bike. But yeah, this is the new bike, and I can say that for a long while I have not been as excited to take out a bike and break it in and put some serious miles on it as I am this one. It's so comfortable. I think it's a real shame that Honda only made these motorcycles for a brief period of time, and in a standard shifter configuration for even less of that time frame. So I'm gonna go do some riding up here and check out this little cul-de-sac spot and give you guys a look at the bike. So some of the things I had to do to the bike, like I said, I had to put tires on it because them was dangerous. And then when I got it to my house, I don't have a full-size garage door in my garage because I converted it into a game room for playing Dungeons and Dragons, but I've got a really wide house door on it. And at the time, I made sure the house door was large enough to pull in and out my my Yamaha Virago that I had. And turns out this bike's a little wider than that, particularly with the bar end mirrors that it had on it. So I got these, oh my god, are they called knockback mirrors? I'll put a link down in the description and put some text over my stupid face here to properly name these mirrors. But I grabbed these because they fold in super easy, and I figured that'd be a good way to get this bike in and out of the door. So it also does have some Hepco and Becker, I believe, is the manufacturer of the bags. They're not on it right now because, again, with the bags on, I can't get it in and out of the door. But these are problems for future Alex to figure out a solve for. However, I did need to resolve the mirror issue before I was comfortable coming out here and doing a breakdown video on this bike. Ooh. And a couple of the things that sold me on this bike is it's fuel injected, because I've been dealing with carbureted bikes for a little too long, in my opinion, now. And I know they have their place, and I know there's adventure bike riders out there who will have a fit at me saying that you know, EFI bikes are good, but I like the simplicity of them. I like how well they work, and yeah, I'm probably gonna stick with them for a while. Pupper dog! I don't think I'm actually gonna park in the cul-de-sac. I think I'm gonna swing around, park back on the road. Bike does have pretty amazing handling. Oh, this is dumb. I'm like, oh, I'll go park this way. Yeah, on a downhill. That's a great idea. Smart idea, Alex. But I want to be in the sun. I'll go find another spot. We have so few actual hills here that I don't think about it when I think about parking spaces. Boop, boop. Boop. But yeah, I'm super excited to be out here again on two wheels, even though the weather is not quite where it needs to be yet for this to be a fully enjoyable endeavor. Like I said, my limbs are a little cold. I've got my trusty Joe Rocket heated gloves. These things are damn amazing, and they absolutely saved my bacon taking this thing into the shop to get the tires changed, because it was 28 degrees outside when I did that. So, oh, I know where we'll go. We're gonna park at the 7-Eleven corporate office. the secret 7-Eleven corporate office they don't want you to know about. That looks like an abandoned 7-Eleven. What? Not sponsored. There we go. Yeah, that's what we're riding these days. So, definitely a little bit different than things we've ridden historically. But I absolutely love the look of this bike. It's grown on me a ton. And looking at it, sitting in my dad's garage, not getting used, is definitely one of the things that was kind of a deciding factor for me in choosing that. Oh, look at that. Lost my mirror. Guess who's getting thread lock when we get home? So, damn it, yeah, these mirrors are super nice, and they come highly recommended by a bunch of ADV and off-road bikers. So, I just got to thread lock the little ram balls into the old posts, because the threads are really well cut on them, so they're nice and slippery, which is a problem when the bike's sitting. And yeah, it's in overall very, very good shape. Like I said, less than 3,000 miles on the thing, which is freaking stellar. And yeah, I like the look of the bike. I like it a lot. And we do have these I know I'm saying this wrong, but they're Hepco and Becker SIBO mount bags. I've got some clamshell hard bags for it, and then this summer when they start producing their top open hard shell bags, I'm gonna pick up a set of those. But it does handle a lot better with fresh rubber on it, that's for darn sure. Yeah, I'm gonna go out, enjoy the ride, and listen to some music and tool around on this thing, and scrubbing those tires just a little bit. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace. All right, outro crew. Stealing this from Gorilla Biker. If you have stickers, message me on social media so that I can put stickers from you on the bags. I've already got a few. I think Hatter's got a couple coming my way. Gorilla Biker, I've got some of his sitting around somewhere. And I want the bags absolutely plastered with stickers, and I want them to be from like motovloggers and other content creators, not necessarily just brands. So yeah, hit me up on that. All right, bye.